Hi there, so this is my video essay on A Doll's House. So in my opinion, Nora had no right to leave her husband and children. She's a mother and a wife first and foremost. And when you become a mother, most mothers put their children before themselves with a lot of things and basically would do anything for their children. But for Nora, I don't think so. It's never appropriate for a woman to abandon her children. The safety and the well-being of her children should always come first when you have kids. Many variables should be considered when addressing this matter. She has to put many things into consideration. So I think that Nora's raising 3 children at this point made it very irresponsible for her to want to leave her marriage. And then in quotes I have, in that moment I realized that for 8 years I had been living here with a complete stranger and had borne him 3 children. And that's the end of the quotes. When Nora concluded that their relationship was not working out, she never offered Torvald the chance to show himself as a husband. That seems like utter immaturity to me. She just said that she was basically just planning to tell him that she's leaving and he can figure out what to do with the kids and how to raise them. And mostly how most men are, the mother is the main caregiver for the kids. And I'm sure that's what the case was for Nora too. I'm sure she was the main caregiver for the children. So I'm sure he didn't really know much about how to care for the kids to the extent that a motherly care to children would be. And then I have again in quotes, I have the strength to change, end of quotes. And then Nora then replies back, quotes again, perhaps if your doll is taken from you, end of quotes. Homer is desperately begging her to stay. It does make sense as to why Nora would want to leave him, but it shouldn't be. It's not justified to do so. But if he's saying that he's willing to make changes, she shouldn't be leaving him. She should be giving him a second chance. She should be letting him try out what he's saying that he's planning to do. And he's just trying his best. And then I have in quotes again, you thought that it would be fun to be in love with me, end of quotes. And Nora said that as a result of Helmer's lack of genuine love for her. From what you can see, Helmer's willing to make the changes that is needed, and he's willing to make changes for her to stay and be a mother to their 3 children together and be a family of 5 together and happy and not alone, and him having to figure it out basically on his own, which wouldn't be good. So to conclude and to summarize, I believe that Nora had no right to want to leave her family and do what's best for herself, but not keep her family in mind. She was basically being very selfish, and yeah. So she needs to consider her family too, since she's raising a family. I'm sure that when Nora was a child, and if her mother left her when when Nora was growing up, she would hate her mother and have so much resent for her, because I would have so much resent for my mother if she left me when I was a kid with no explanation. And her kids might even feel like it's their fault if she just left. And as a mother, why would you want your children to feel so much hate for you? And as a mother, well, I'm not a mother, but when I have kids, I would never want my children to then hate me if I just decided to just leave them. And I also believe that the kids would feel guilty, and that it's their fault if their mother just got up and decided to leave them. So yeah, basically I don't agree that Nora should leave her husband and children, and she has no right to do so, and it's not justifiable to me. So yeah, thank you.